everybody. We've come to the end of our road, 54 workouts. Looks like it's time for a little bit of a holiday break. While we're on break, we didn't want to leave you empty-handed with no workouts, so we went back through our library and did the little snippets of upper body, lower body, and stretch. So you'll have about 15-minute workouts to do throughout this break. We want to thank you and look forward to seeing you in 2021. You'll see that I've got a mat set out. Tipped over my water bottle, but I've got a mat. I've also got a blanket. I'm going to be using the blanket to sit on, and you'll see that I've folded it over a few times. For my left side, you'll see that I'll fold it over one more time. What the blanket will do when you sit on it, raises the hips up, and it'll make some of the movements a little bit easier. I also, to help me stay upright and really tall, I'm going to be leaning on a yoga block. So if you want, come on down to the ground. What we're going to start with is what they call a 90-90 stretch. And how you set up for that, so you bring your bum down to the ground. I'm sitting on my right side, bringing my right leg forward. My right knee here is going to be at a 90 degree. Okay? My ankle to my toe, same deal. You're going to try and get that at 90 degrees as well. When you get it in that position and you go to sit nice and upright, the glute, that right glute, and deep within that hip, you're going to start feeling some stretch. And you'll feel a little bit of stretch within the knee, okay? And that's why I'm sitting on a blanket right now. If I needed to, I could put this yoga block under me to lift my hips up a little bit higher, and it would take tension off the knee and take some of the tension off the hip to where I could get into this position a little bit easier. Now my back leg, since it's a 90-90, my left leg, I'm going to readjust it to where it is also 90 degrees and the ankle's at 90. And you'll notice this stretch gets pretty intense. If you saw me mid-summer when I first started doing this, I called it the stretch of agony, but it's gotten quite a bit better. So at this point, what you're trying to keep yourself from doing is slouching and falling forward into your body. You still want to stand nice and tall. That's why I'm using a yoga block. Over time, as I get better at this, the yoga block will go onto the side, and then I'll use fingertips or even a hand flat. Over time, I'll be strong enough within my core and the stretch that I can just be freestanding. So, but if I need help with this, I'm going to push on this yoga block nice and tall. Once we're in this position, some of you might find that it's really, really tight, and this is like, whew, we're not going to have to move, are we? If that's where you're at, just stay stationary, feel it. If you need to, pull that knee up, take some of the tension out, take a little break, and come back into it when you're ready. What we're going to go from here is, as you think, you always bend from the hips, not the back, okay? So I'm going to go forward to my right knee. I'm just going to lean just a little bit forward, kind of intensify that stretch within my glutes, within really deep hip muscles, okay? That's where you're going to feel this. Then I'll release, coming forward. Again, sitting nice and tall, try not to slouch. I know once the core and the hips get tired, it's really easy, like, oh. But fight against that. Again, if you don't have a yoga block, textbooks work great. Release. One more. Just nice and easy. I'm still breathing through this. You don't want to get it to where it's so intense that you start holding your breath or you start guarding or protecting part. You really tighten up other parts of the body to make the motion happen. You still just want it to be a stretch. And then you relax. From there, I'm going to move my yoga block up to the front. I'm still going to use it to lean on. I'm going to turn my body about 45 degrees. Where I'm trying to aim for is now my foot. With this, again, I might even put my hand on my hip or rest it on the ground, wherever you're comfortable. I do the hip because it reminds me I want to go from the hip and not the back. Especially as we start turning, what's going to happen is you're going to lose some mobility as far as that lean. It might only just be a hair as far as a tilt, but that's where you want to be. Over time, you will be able to come over quite a bit more. I'm sure there's some of us out there that are going to be able to lay all the way over. That's awesome. Good place to be. But I'm just going to sit just a little bit forward. Okay? Then I'm going to release. A couple of breaths in between. I'm going to come forward. Trying to think my chin is trying to point at this shoe. Then you go ahead and release, relax. Last one. Over time, even today, what you'll notice if we do the other side and we come back, you would find that you might be able to get just a little bit deeper. And then you relax. Now, if you can, turn your body to the side and you're going to come forward. I'm trying to face, and you'll notice my shoulders can't face all the way over to my knee. I'm only going as far as it's comfortable for me, to where I'm not trying to roll into myself. I still want to stay upright, turn, I'll brace. Once I'm here, then I'll just come forward. And you'll feel this through the hips and probably all the way up to about the middle of your back. Okay, and this might hit the thoracic spine just a little bit. Go ahead and release. One more. Go ahead and release. Now from here, since I'm facing this way, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my right arm behind and my left arm behind, and I'm going to lean back. And this one we're not going to pulse with, we're just going to hold it, and then we'll switch sides. Notice my legs didn't really go anywhere. You only want to go as far, you only want to take that lean back as far as it's comfortable. If you're not getting your hands, you even start going back and you're like, ooh, tight. This is as far as you need to go. Just remember, you're not trying to slouch to lean back. You're still going to stay upright. That's why I say reach back with your arms. That way, you know, if I need my yoga block there for either side, I have it available. Again, textbooks work great because you're only looking for a few inches. And with this, I'm not really trying to do much with my upper body than keep it straight. This will create some stretch within the hips again. All right? And we hold, you know, you're thinking 3-4 breaths, and then you're going to come up and then relax and switch sides before we go there. Shake it out a little bit. I know it's holding that position for quite a while. Now, for my other side, when I go over onto my left, I don't have as much mobility on that side. So what I'm going to do for myself is I'm going to fold my blanket again. Okay? And you'll notice it when I go to bend and also staying upright. I don't have quite as much mobility on this side as I do my right side. So again, coming back, sitting on my blanket, I'm on my left sit bone, cheek if you will. I'm going to take that left leg, get it into that 90 degrees. Once that's in that 90 degrees, I'm going to go to my right leg back here, and I'm going to do the same thing. You will find one side is most likely going to be tighter than the other. Now for me, it's not as much as my hip. My right back leg, just right here in the glute, really, really tight for me. Getting those muscles really in that compact space, it just needs the time to get used to that. So I know over the next few weeks, I'm going to hope that as I do this stretch more often, my hips will start to open up quite a bit more. And I will tell you, if you saw me doing this back in like mid-July, you know, I was up on a yoga block and sitting there and you know, low plyo box, trying to hold myself up. I was really, really tight. So this is pretty awesome. So again, once we get into that position, I'm thinking torso, I'm propped up on the yoga block, sit nice and tall. I'm gonna come forward to this knee. And again, I'm bending from the hips. I'm not coming down, trying to sit, trying to roll into it. I'm trying to move from my hips. Okay, and that just makes the stretch just a little more intense. Go ahead and release. And back down. Over time, even today, just holding this for a few breaths and relaxing, and then coming back into it, you'll find you probably get a little bit deeper. Okay? Go ahead and relax. Nice and easy. And go ahead and sit back into it. Breathing the whole time. Don't hold your breath. We're just relaxing and taking it easy. Also find if you've done Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or even Monday, Tuesday, or Monday, Wednesday, having a recovery day where all you're doing is stretch and a little bit of core is a good idea to allow your body to rebuild. Go ahead and relax. From there, I'm going to turn, bring my yoga block center, go about here. One of these days I will get over there, all in good time. So from here, hand down, I'm going to be pointing, leaning forward towards my toe. Go ahead and stand tall. Go ahead and come forward. And again, just 2-3 breaths. That's all you're thinking. Coming forward. Relax. Forward. And when you do those breaths, when you're in the stretch, as you're thinking as you exhale, try and get deeper into that stretch. Okay? Go ahead and relax. The last direction, for those of us that can, you're going to turn. For me, I'm not going to get much of a lean on this side right now. For me, just sitting here and feeling this in my hip, that's intense enough for me. So I'm just going to hold. If you were to stretch with this, you can go forward. I'll count you just 2-3 breaths. Go ahead and relax. Coming back to sitting. Getting ready. Go ahead and lean forward. Couple of good deep breaths. Go ahead and relax. Go ahead and lean forward. This is your last one. And again, this is very intense for me, but I'm still breathing through these. I'm not getting to the point where you want to still be able to. Okay. Go ahead and relax. From there, last one, we're going to come back and we're going to lean back into this. You'll notice I can't go very far back on this as well. That right side, still working on getting to let it go. And just hold that stretch for a little bit. Breathing through. And go ahead and relax. Good job, nice work. That's it for your 90-90 stretch. First time doing it. We're only going to go one set. I also promised I would have more core. I know last week there was a whole lot of stretch and only a little bit of core. So we're going to try and get a little more core in there today. Next one's going to be thread the needle. And thread the needle is similar to the thoracic spine turn. If I go this side, those of you that were with me, say Monday or last week, I had you guys lean back, reach and twist. This is going to be a little more of an intense version of that. And I'm going to come onto all fours planted. Notice my knees are shoulder width apart. I'm going to reach with my left arm Keeping my core tight so I don't collapse into my arm, but I do want to roll into it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my left arm, I'm going to reach through my right, and you'll notice that I'm going to go down into kind of like this little quarter push-up. I'm going to reach over until it's comfortable and I feel a good stretch in my back. Once I go from there, and I'm going to come up. Okay? So let's go ahead and get down on all fours. And we're going to do about 3 on each side, just a couple of sets, just to loosen our back up. Especially if we were doing some push-ups yesterday. This might feel kind of good. All right, so starting us off, reaching through. Settle into it, about a breath. Twisting, coming out. Take that left arm and reach to the sky. Go ahead and relax it. Coming down with that left arm, reaching through again. Coming back out, reaching up, left arm to the sky. Last one. Coming down, reach through. Coming up, reach to the sky. Bringing that left arm down, I'm going to plant on that left arm. Shake out my right a little bit. I know we were planted on it a little bit of time. Tricep and elbow might get a little tired. Shake it out a little. Getting set. Taking our right arm now. I'm going to reach through. And again, this is something where you're going to realize one side might want to go further than the other. Hold that. Relax, bringing it out, reaching to the sky on that right arm. Coming back down, taking that right arm, reaching through. Coming out, twisting up, reaching to the sky. Coming down, last one. Coming out, twisting, reaching to the sky. Bringing my right arm down, planting that right arm. Left arm, reaching through. Coming out, twisting, reaching to the sky. Coming down, left arm reaching through. Coming out, left arm reaching to the sky. Last one, left arm down, reaching through. Coming out, reaching to the sky. Bringing that left arm down. Go ahead and plant. Shake that right out a little bit. Getting ready. Right arm, reaching through. Coming out, reaching to the sky. Coming down, reaching through. Thread that needle. Coming out, reaching to the sky. Last one. Coming down, reaching through. Coming out, reach to the sky. Coming down, and go ahead and relax. Good job, nice work.
Hey, great job on that workout. I knew you could do it. You guys all have a great break. If you liked what the workout had, check out our YouTube channel and the library we have there. Until then, we'll see you in 2021. Take care and have a good one.